Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I wanted to deliver a speech about something that is very important. In this era, the modern era, where technology and knowledge is very developing. But this progress has no meaning if it was not sided with good character and sincere morals. Islamic students play such a big role in shaping the future. But firstly, as the younger generation, students are not only ought to be diligent and also intelligent, but we are also need to future our plans ahead. This starts by shaping our character independently. Starts by personality, attitude, and behavior. In Islam, Akidah Akhlak is taught as the pillar of a meaningful life. This means that knowledge is more valuable when it is stated and set it next to good morals. But the reality around us is not near that truth. How to change the future depends on ourselves. At school, we are taught that we need to respect the elders, the teachers, and our friends. By the simplest thing, we need to respect our teachers. How do we respect our teacher? Simple thing as listening to them, respecting them, and also talking to them more politely. Teachers are the one who gives the information and knowledge to us so that we can give it out to other people to know. Honesty is also very valuable in shaping the character because if we often lie, people would assume that everything that we say is not true and that it was a lie. But if we're saying the truth, people will see us as a trustworthy character that can be told anything. For example, honest in your exams, in your essay, in your tests, and in your feeling too. Discipline is also needed in this accusation because when we are disciplined, we can manage our time better and prioritize things that are more important. Like example, we can prioritize learning than playing. We can hold back ourselves from anything that isn't important, and we learn to have self-control ourselves. Outside school, Islamic students even more showing because we are accustomed to maybe greeting the friends, greeting teachers when we pass them by. Because this is small action have shaped how we interact and also have prioritized the task that was in hand. In the modern era right now, social media is everywhere. Of course, we use social media too. But how do we filter it out? Start by stop spreading rumors. Stop spreading cyberbullying. Stop spreading false information online. Because we never knew what was wrong and what was right. But we can feel it on what was wrong and what was right. Social media is such a dangerous place if you didn't get it right. But if you filter out the bad and do the good, it will become helpful. Now, what was the point of building a character, you ask? The point of building a character is to build a trustworthy relationship with ourselves, with our friends, with our families, and even with wider communities. We can be a self-role model for ourselves, friends, family, and what did I say, wider community. That is a great opportunity for us to show that we are trustworthy enough to be a kind and future leading. Now, do you know Bung Tomo? Central Judirman? Yes, they are also an Islamic students. Look what they are right now. They are a superhero from Indonesia that is known to fight against the Dutches. That all starts with characters. Firstly, honest. We can be seen as an honest, trusting leader. Discipline. We can be disciplined leader by prioritizing things that are more important. Now, in conclusion, Muslim students are not only the one who thrive to be intelligent, but we are also the one who build the future in our characters. So, which one do you want to become? A trustworthy leader or not a trustworthy leader? Of course, we all want to be the trustworthy leader because it is the Islamic values that we have shaped in ourselves. Now, this is nearing the end of my speech. But remember my speech, knowledge is nothing without a moral underneath. Because moral is how people see ourselves. Maybe we think that we are nice and all, but what do other people think in our characters? That's why we need to start even more to be gaining trust from other people and also become more better in the future. I think that is all for my speech. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.